Open your eyes, give me your hand holder. Do you see these coins gaining? Do you understand? Do you feel the same? Are the bulls returning? Or is this another frustrating dead cat bounce? Say my name. It is Superman. Welcome everybody to another live episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, your superhero of cryptocurrency, the Superman. I'm back in the UK, and in today's episode, I am going to be taking your questiones. I am going to be seeing what you guys are feeling, what you guys are wanting to know more about. So if you're excited to learn the thoughts of Superman, smash up ye old likes, smash up the likes in appreciation and anticipation. I'm not going to be staying online for too long because I have got to go car shopping. Now you may think, oh, Superman, really? Are you going to be car shopping when the prices are down once again from where they were? Do you even have the money? Well, yeah, a little bit of fiat money. So I'm going to be going to Tesla. Yeah. So that should be fun. So anyway, let's have a look at the market. Let's have a market recap. So the market has actually gone up slightly from where it has been during consensus time. Kind of on Saturday went up to 383 and then it just kind of tanked majorly. And then this morning UK time anyway, it's gone back up to $384. So it's almost as if the inverse of what was expected during consensus happened and is nicely demonstrated right here. So anyway, carrying on. The market has slightly recovered, only slightly. Bitcoin yesterday was 8,200 and something. Now it's going towards the 8,400 mark. And there are mainly greens. There are some reds, but there are mainly greens. Okay, so I thought that in the absence of any decent news and in the absence of any significant recoveries, there would be a good idea to have a ye old AMA type situation. So let me just make sure that I'm live and that you can hear me and all that. Let me just checky wookie. Gosh, 627 peeps. What the hell? Yeah, but you can hear me okay. So it's all good. So I'm going to take your questions. I don't know what these questions are going to contain, except for the one that I used as a screenshot for this video. So I'm going to answer these questions as best as I can. So if you're still around, you can still ask me because I'm live. Menti.com, use the code 337277. That is 337277. Feel like I'm running a TV show. Anyway, so yeah, ask a question. It may get voted up during the course of this live stream, but really nothing stupid, please. Let's try and keep this as productive and as useful as possible. So, first question. Is Blockport going to be the #1 gainer? I imagine that is in the entire market cap. All right, so out of every cryptocurrency, is this going to be the #1 gainer if they can deliver? No. Absolutely no chance of it being the #1 gainer. However, it could be a significant gainer for holders. So let's have a look and see Blockport. Now, something that I am noticing is that there are more and more exchanges coming out. Okay, so I was talking with somebody from a decentralized hybrid exchange called Joyso. And, really it's going to come down to marketing at the right time. Significant updates, product updates being communicated to a wide audience. If that can happen, this could be a big gainer, but this is right down to 31 cents. An incredibly low price, an incredibly low market cap, 16 million, and the volume is just almost non-existent. So no, it's not going to be a #1 gainer, but it is going to be a significant gainer as long as the implementation is, done perfectly. They release products that people don't get too despondent and start putting their money into other cryptocurrencies, and they deliver very good UI, and it works, and very good coins, then it can absolutely be huge. So asked and answered. Still bullish on Zebi? Yes, 100% bullish on Zebi. Data Dash did a video only the other day talking about Zebi as a long-term hold, ones to watch, and it's not really even pumped from that. So, you know, this is definitely one that has a lot of eyes on it, a lot of big YouTubers, I suppose, behind it, but ignoring that for a second, as a project, this is one of India's most glamorous and significant projects. This is going to be massive. It's not just, you know, a kind of universal blockchain that unites industries, but you can also get verified on it. So it's got personal identification element, which is what's made, you know, the likes of Sovereign, Pikio Chain, and Civic very, very kind of significant. And it includes that, but also it's going to have payment systems so that you can access these industries, but they've got Zebi Pay. So I'm very bullish on Zebi. I think that this is going to hit 100x from the point at which most people got into it at ICO. I don't necessarily know if it's going to hit 100x post ICO, so about 9 cents, 10 cents, but it certainly is going to hit kind of $3, I believe, in future. So asked and answered. It's taken a while for this to hurry up. Thoughts on open platform. Now, I met with, I can't remember his name, but I met with the tall guy CEO of open platform when I was at Consensus. And I think that this sounds really exciting. This is basically like cross-chain payment systems. So being able to make payment systems via any of the different blockchains. So whether it's, you know, Neo-based cryptocurrencies, Ethereum-based cryptocurrencies, the open platform is going to be a cross-chain payments platform, payment solution. And I really like it. I really do like the sound of it. So I personally am very interested in this. So I think this is going to come out soon. So asked and answered. What's next? Will credits be the number one blockchain in 2018? I would say that is next to near impossible because, you know, the two biggest blockchains really are Ethereum and EOS. Well, EOS hasn't even been launched yet, but it's the one that's probably most likely to succeed Ethereum in the short term. So if we're talking about 2018, it's going to be EOS, really. You know, even Neo, I think, is going to struggle to compete with EOS in the, you know, kind of medium term. You know, so I think that the number one blockchain may possibly still be Ethereum. Remember, blockchains are mostly ideas, even the ones that are really exciting, like Cardano. They're not properly existing, not properly public. They haven't got a developer network. They haven't got apps, dApps. So credits will be, Ethereum or EOS will be the number one blockchain in 2018, but not necessarily the number one infrastructure in 2018. So you're just going to have to watch this space. So, asked and answered. What infrastructure are you most bullish on? Well, the one I just hinted at. The one that is really not an infrastructure, not a blockchain infrastructure, but is likely to be the best and biggest and most quality infrastructure out there once it's launched, once the projects that are scheduled to launch on it are released. That is what I think is going to be the big one. Okay, so, and I think you all know what it is, so it doesn't take a genius to work it out. Now, this is the one that makes up the thumbnail. So, are the days of 100x over? Is the question, and it's a good question to ask, because I'm sure that many of you are probably a little bit, you know, worried after I came out with my video the other day saying that the market is going to really, the best way to play the market is to start, you know, flipping seasonally in demand cryptocurrencies or ICOs. So what I mean by that is, I don't mean that HODL is over, okay? I didn't even say that it's over holistically. What I said is that it's not necessarily the number one winning strategy, okay? Because, you know, I showed you the other day, there were some upcoming ICOs, some of which are absolutely, you know, are absolutely going to pump like F when they come out. And, you know, and the best way to really, because what we're seeing at the moment is a load of roads being built, okay? Think of infrastructure cryptocurrencies as roads, okay? And think of the dApps as the cars, all right? So if you build more and more roads, then eventually you're going to think, well, we need the cars to run on them, okay? You can't just have roads. You can't just invest in roads, okay? So eventually the dApps are going to come out again. So at the moment, there are loads of people building roads. There's Eden Chain, there's P Chain, there's Quark Chain, there's Phantom. There's so many. There's Solana. There's so many different roads being built that eventually we are going to need the cars to come back and then invest in cars. So what that means is that not every road is going to lead to success. Some are going to be roads that are up temporarily and then we deconstruct them and it didn't work. All right. So you've got to think of some ICOs as seasonal, particularly the infrastructures. There's quite a saturation now of infrastructures. So what you want is you want to just capitalize on the ones that have received an enormous amount of hype and then flip it for a decent profit. It may be a great long-term hold, it may not. But the fact of the matter is that don't be too greedy. You know, get a 10x, get a 7x, get a 10x where you can, and move on to the next one. I think what I was really coming from when I said about seasonal demand is that something's just going to be popular for just a given amount of time and then it's going to die. And then there is going to be a little community that picks up the residue and tries to build up, but it'll probably never reach the levels that it did before. And so therefore you don't want to miss out on the opportunities that come out from flipping an ICO, then another really good ICO comes out, putting the money that you made in profits into that, and then making potentially 10 times profits on your 10-time profit. And then making another 10-time profit in the next one. That is a good way of accumulating and building up this snowball of funds rather than just placing it in cryptocurrencies and just holding them in the hope that they will go up. Because there are some cryptocurrencies that were the same price last year as it is now. Okay, and you don't want your money going stale. You don't want your money dropping. So this is a way of capitalizing on this rush, this ICO rush, because there are some really good ones at the moment. So they're not over. They're certainly not over. But the thing is that, you know, I think that it's going to probably be harder to accumulate 100x given that there are so many other projects saturating the market. When something is unique, there is more chance of 100x. So for instance, Icon, Zebi, something like QuantStamp, you know, these are, you know, kind of unique cryptocurrencies. Therefore, they got more chance of 100x. But if you're in a very crowded space, there's less chance. So that's really where I'm coming from with that. Choose one, Neurochain or QuarkChain. Short-term QuarkChain. Long-term, I'll be interested to see what happens with Neurochain. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm really bullish on Neurochain. Really am. But it's going to need time because it's going to be AI powered. So the AI bots need to learn. You need to be feeding them really good data for it to be more efficient down the line. So, but I think it's a really good price point at ICO. What are the upcoming hot ICOs? Well, the best place to look at is here in ICO drops. Well, not run by, but certainly my friend Ivan, who was staying with me in New York, he is, you know, one of the guys behind this, and this is the best site at the moment. And I wasn't paid by him to even say that, so make sure you mention me next time you make a video, Ivan. So anyway, Phantasma Protocol, that is exciting. As you can see, it's got very high. Hold on. What is it? You want to be let out? You do. Well, that's Millie. I'm gonna let her out. Oi. Go, 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 go. Thanks for spoiling my stream, Millie. Savage cat. Anyway, so you can see here, what are the very high hyped ones. Okay, so the ones that have very high hype are the ones that you probably want to get in at least to flip, if anything. You know, because ones that have got very high hype are very, very sensitive. Okay, so if it's got very high hype, that means that when it comes onto the market, it's likely to absolutely soar, but when it comes down, when it corrects, that's going to be the testing time. So really, sometimes it's best to flip it. But anyway, Phantasma, Eden, P-Chain, QuarkChain, Phantom, what else? What else? Sparkster, potentially. Sovereign, definitely. NOS, Harmony. That is it. I've not really properly looked into Harmony, but my sources tell me that it's a very, very exciting one. Hedera Hashgraph. Hedera Hashgraph, well, I can't really big that enough, to be honest. So anyway, those are the hot upcoming ones. With the Lightning Network, Bitcoin will escrow. A lot of the supply and the price will boom and bring altcoins with it. How much BTC should we hold in terms of percentage of our portfolio? Really, that's up to you. Really, that's up to you. Bitcoin is the kind of digital gold. It's the one that appreciates more so than others. So really, it's down to you. I would personally, this is my personal approach, is when I cash out into Bitcoin. So the reason why is because I personally see the long-term future of Bitcoin being very, very successful, whereas for others may not be the case. So, you know, it's up to you really. I would say it makes up probably, don't know, about 15% of my portfolio at the moment. So there we are. It's up to you. It's up to you. But definitely Lightning Network will be significant. Is Quark Chain your biggest investment? No, it's not. And in all honesty, it's not. I haven't got a very big investment in Quark Chain, to be honest. I wasn't able to get my hands on a great deal of Quark Chain. I know that certain people are like Quark Chain whales in the YouTube world, but I'm not one of them, unfortunately. But I am very bullish on it. What the F is happening with Neo? What is happening with Neo? I can't say that I've been paying too much attention to Neo at all. $60. So Neo has been $200, but then again, that was during the big, during the big bull time. So yeah, you can't really compare it, now to it. But it's still rank 11, and it's still good. But the thing is that it's going to get surpassed. It's going to get surpassed. So yeah, so we have to wait and see how things go with Neo, eh? Am I right or am I right? I'm right, okay. Now let me just have a look and make sure that you can see me, okay? Having just let Millie out. Say my name. Okay, good. Smash up the old likes, by the way, people. Only 198 likes, 1,000 people watching. So smash them up. Right, okay. So, hey, Supo. I remember you talking about Whisker. I don't remember talking about them at all. They just released big news. Whatever. I don't know what it is. So, I can't even remember what the hell Whisker is. Bugger off. I don't mind. It's the personality. Right, 10x coins coming in 3 months. Well, I think I've just kind of gone over the ones that I think are going to 10x. So I think Zebi's a 10x. I think there's another one that's not on that list that I think is going to be great. So I think that there are two that are on that list that I think are potentially going to be great. Thoraxa, I think is what I think that's what they're called. And what's the other one? Bang! The other one. Obviously, I've gone through them, so there's quite a few that I think are going to 10x easy in the upcoming. But what's the other one? Certicate. I think that's going to 10x easy. Still bullish on QuantStamp. Yes, I am bullish on QuantStamp. However, they have got some competition coming up. So you're going to have to wait and see on that one. But I've still got a lot of money in QuantStamp if that's any consolation to QuantStamp holders. Next token on Coinbase, I said it was probably going to be Ethereum Classic. So we'll just have to wait and see. They are ramping up their resources. So we'll just have to wait and see. What happened to Zebi? It's just corrected like everything else. Stop worrying. Shahid. Next up! Something went wrong! Shahid! What's up? What's gone on? We've still got internet connection. Right, does Zebi have the potential to reach icon levels in 2018? It does, yes, it does. When a lot of money and trillions come into the market, then it could very well happen. Could VeChain be a $100 coin? Let's have a look at VeChain. Because VeChain is one of the ones that I'm the most bullish on out of what I hold. And I am going to hold this. I will hold this. My life until my life depends on it, and even beyond that. So let's have a look at 100 times. Sorry if my voice is going. It has been suffering the last few weeks with regards to the events, the sheer scale of events I've been going on. So this would be. That would be an $87 billion coin. And yeah, I think that's definitely doable in time. Yeah, definitely doable in time. So, asked and answered. So that means it's probably got 20x ahead of it, even at its current. Did you get laid in Dubai or New York or both? Yes, I did. I got laid on a bed. Well, on my own though. So I laid down on a bed, if that's really what you were asking. I'm sure that's what you meant. Am I right or am I right? Neurochain is 1,000 times better than Squammy Quark's chain. I don't think that that's an accurate statement at all. Quark chain is legit a good project. So and it's working, but again, it's going to have to be tested in the public scenario. So asked and answered. Right, you kind of spooked us out with your views the other night regarding HODL. A little more detail. So I think I've just given it. HODL is a good strategy on ones likely to survive. HODL's definitely good for cryptocurrencies that are top of the game or are unique in the game because they are the likely front runners. Me Too products probably less likely to be good HODLs unless they're better, and in time they are likely to be seen as the better one. So, for instance, with VeChain, when me and Box covered it, it was kind of the third, fourth best, supply chain IoT cryptocurrency. Walton was number one. And then, IOTA was probably number one. And then, VeChain, we saw the potential in that and spoke about the potential. And it has since gone on to absolutely smash it and be number two, if not number one. So, if HODL's good, just not on everything. Sometimes you've got to see that some things are going to be good for a bit and then die, probably. So there we are. Asked and answered. So I think that's it now. I'm going to have to make a move because I've got to go shoppy-wopping. Neurochain has met with the French Minister of Finance and Economy, Bruno Le Maire. Do you see it becoming the biggest blockchain project in Europe? They have partnerships with multi-billion-dollar companies. I do. I did talk about this. I do see this being one of the more scaled and successful blockchains, but we have to see implementation. At the end of the day, and I can't stress this enough, just because it looks great on paper doesn't mean that in actuality it's going to be functioning exactly as it says on the paper. Okay? Sometimes teams cannot implement the idea that they set out to. Like, some of these really ambitious infrastructure coins, you see the very ambitious plans, how they plan to scale it, and it all sounds doable, but it may not actually be doable. So you just have to wait and see. But with artificial intelligence, I do think this has a greater chance of becoming very big very quickly. And I see Matrix and Neurochain certainly being top competitors in future. So we'll have to wait and see how that one turns out. I'm going to now go to... what do you think of Ian's new Hall of Fame Sparkster? So I think Sparkster's an infrastructure coin. I've done some research on it, and I think it certainly promises a lot. 10 million transactions per second. On the premise that you don't have to be much of a coder to build applications. I think that sounds great. However, what it comes down to really is the team, and I'm not sure the team are like where I would place a lot of confidence in. That's just personal opinion though. I may be wrong, I may be right, but that's just my personal opinion. So anyway, let's have a look and see what you guys are saying in ye old chat, and just acknowledge you peeps, because obviously you guys are the ones that are keeping the viewing figures up. So smash up the likes, by the way. Only 300 likes, just not good enough. Consensus was overhyped. I don't think it was overhyped. So, so there we are. Super Kid telling me to hurry up because we're going to be going, we're both going. Car shopping. He loves Teslas. So, anyway. Thank you, Karam. I love you too. Heidi, thanks for the hearts. I love you too. Oh, Sana is watching. Am I right? Sana is watching. That's right, Karam. There we are. Pundy X, yes, all right. Dazfire's here. Leslie Brindley's here. Beefy Coin's dead, man. Beefy Coin's dead. Lisa Bittner is here. Notice me, senpai. Funny kid. Birdchain shout out. Which Tesla? Model X. It's gotta be Model X. Thank you, Michael Riordan, Super President. It's gotta be Prime Minister here, but why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? There'd be a very, very good, let's face it, a very, very good Prime Minister. I would enable fairness. I'd be like, I'd be the one that implements cryptocurrency around this mofo country. And hopefully everybody would follow me. Anyway, good morning from California. Thank you, Dazfire. Wish I was in California, but having said that, it is incredibly hot outside, so I don't mind. Dude, you're broke. How can you afford a Tesla? I'm not broke as such, but I could be better off. Is really Eat Drash. Eat Drash I think could be great. You'd be better than Corbyn. Thank you, Dr. Ed. I think that I would be a more enhanced version of Corbyn, but not be of the ones that kind of fuel the centralised space, like the Conservatives. Anyway, if you're in the UK, you would get that. Anyway, I think that's it. Wasim, thank you very much. I love you too. And Encash. I'll tell you more about Encash another time. I did actually meet with the Encash CEO when I was in Consensus. I met with High Performance Blockchain. And I met with Omnitude as well. So there is more to tell you about these cryptocurrencies you may not have known before. More to know soon. Anyway, peeps, that is it for today's episode. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. It is lights out, all out. Love you.